Oklahoma borders 6 states. I mean, that's a lot of land, a lot of geography, a lot of cultures. That's kind of one of the things when I talk to people who are not from here, that's kind of one of those, oh, really kind of things. And, you know, it's a little bit wild, but it's also a little bit tamed. And there are so many different places that my wife, Judy, and I are looking forward to getting out and exploring just because it's so vast and there's so much to do. The people, hardworking, honest, willing to admit their mistakes. I mean, I think about the way that folks here have embraced what was done, for instance, to the Native Americans. You know, some of the things that have been done like that over the years that people are like, okay, that's what happened, and they're pretty straightforward about it. And you don't see that every place. And then, you know, the other thing is just the way people reach out to you and the pains to which folks are going to make my family and me feel welcome. And I guess there's an awful lot of people, I'll put it this way, there are an awful lot of people here who never met a stranger. I can't remember feeling at home as quickly as I've come to feel at home here. I mean, I do. People think, oh, this is probably baloney, but I tell people I'm an Oklahoman now because people are so welcoming. And one of the things that's made me kind of feel rooted to the place already, I live in an apartment on the western edge of downtown Oklahoma City. And I go to church at St. Paul's Cathedral, the Episcopal Cathedral up at 6th and Robinson. And every Sunday morning when we're in town, my walk to church takes me through the Murrah Building Memorial. And I stop, and sometimes I'll stop and I'll look at the chairs and the names on the chairs, and I'm always reminded. It's usually, I go to the 9 o'clock service, so it's usually 8:30ish, and it's always very quiet. You know, the tourists aren't out yet, and it's always very, very peaceful, but always very, very striking to me. And I'm reminded of a phrase I learned when I was a news guy myself in Chicago, that tomorrow is not promised. And every time I walk through there, I'm reminded of that, and I'm basically reminded that tomorrow's not promised, so you need to be as good as you can be today. When I took the job here with the Thunder, Phil wrote me this long, really poetic email about how much I was going to love Oklahoma and how much I was going to love the people. And he said, you know, they'll give you the shirts off their back in the closet it hangs in. And he talked about how, you know, folks just embrace all that is here in terms of the tradition. You know, he talked about the Murrah Building bombing, and he says, yeah, that's part of our history here, but we don't want to be defined by that. You know, it's part of the fabric now, but it's not the defining moment. There's so much more to this place, he said, and he said, you'll learn in a hurry just how much more there is, and he's right.